Uruguay was never on my list of countries to visit on this trip, but I ended up going here. It turned out to be one that pleasantly surprised me, so let's go together and explore this small but very interesting country.
Alright, well, let's try to get ourselves out of Buenos Aires. Traffic can be a little crazy, but that's big cities, especially Latin American big cities. It's nothing like Bogota, though. People follow the rules a little bit here. The problem with luggage, though, is I'm just too wide to be doing the lane splitting through here. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm taking the ferry from Buenos Aires to Montevideo, Uruguay. So I'm trying to get to the ferry terminal. I'm running behind. I wanted to be there 2 hours early, which would have been about now. The thing said an hour and a half. The problem is that I probably have a lot more paperwork than the average person taking the ferry, so it might take me a little bit longer. Yeah, so Buenos Aires, I didn't get to see quite as much as I had sort of hoped I would. I got dengue fever while I was in Cordoba. It hit me right about the time I got here, which is kind of a good thing because I had planned to be here for a while. But it kind of sucked because I really didn't get to see much because I spent a lot of it just being sick. Yeah, I mean, Buenos Aires is a beautiful city, though. If you've never been, it's a very cool place to visit, actually. Even though I just got to see just a small bit of it. Yeah, there's lots of beautiful parks and architectures and statues and stuff. It is a very, very neat city. Very European. I can see why it's called the Paris of South America after being here. Buenos días.
Te pido la documentación de la moto, tu documento. Y la temporal de admisión. Dicho, querés venir, pues tiene la temporal de admisión. El ingreso al país. Let's go see how this goes.
Welcome to Uruguay. I'm slightly worried that the motorcycle may be in illegally.
Tiene que dar la vuelta y hacer la admisión temporaria del vehículo.
Sí, sí. ¿Dónde?
Volver para aduana. ¿De qué bajaron? ¿De Colonia Expreso o de autobús?
No traemos nada, es de Oregon nada más.
Tiene que hacer la admisión temporaria del vehículo. No estoy hablando de lo que trae o de lo que no. Tiene que hacer la admisión sí o sí, no importa lo que traiga. You have to turn around.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. You have to turn around and go back to customs building.
Okay.
The last building.
The last building? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Señor, pregunta, ¿dónde está la aduana? Okay.
When you get
We found customs for importing the bike. That was what the lady was checking, since I was not from Argentina or Uruguay. Here we go. Bienvenidos a Uruguay. I'll have to put my sticker on tonight. But yeah, so far everybody is super friendly here in Uruguay. Everyone wants to know where I'm from, how I got here, the whole story. So yeah, so this is Uruguay. Supposed to be a lot of beaches and stuff. That's, you know, that's the thing. It's pretty flat with beautiful beaches. So I guess. So yeah, we're going to Montevideo, the capital. And then from there, I will figure out what my plan is going to be for Uruguay. Several people on the ferry gave me suggestions, various that were very pretty and good to see. I have a couple pins dropped. There's a woman on Instagram from Sweden who I have followed for many years, Hannah C. Johansson, and she was here a few months back, and I dropped a couple of pins based on what she had done because I saw some of her pictures and figured out where they were. So that's the no plan is to hang out in Uruguay for a bit and see what's here. I'm glad that I got the paperwork for the bike done. I was quite unsettled actually, because on the other side I went through Uruguay's migration while I was still on the Argentinian side on the ferry, and I asked them where Aduana was, and they said it's not necessary. Like, no, I'm on a foreign motorcycle. I need to import it. No, we don't know. We just do passports. So I asked and I got the same story, and I thought, well, maybe they don't do imports, but they do. Luckily I found it. You go through passport control on the other side, and then you had to go find the customs building when you got to Uruguay here. I'm quite lucky that lady stopped me and said, because I probably would have just ridden out assuming that they didn't do it, and then I would have been in trouble when I tried to exit, or if I get pulled over or stopped at a checkpoint or something. So yeah, let's head to Montevideo. This is Montevideo. I'm actually leaving Montevideo. My battery died on the way in. So Uruguay is a small country, as I've mentioned. I actually am going to only go about 100 kilometers that way, but I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go look for some dirt roads out in the countryside to kind of make a loop, and then I'll end up back on the coast. All right, well, I did eventually find some dirt road. Took a little bit. It took longer than I actually thought. But yeah, this looks like a pretty cool area. This is about the most elevation I've seen anywhere in Uruguay. So it's been kind of nice. Go see where this goes, huh? Funny is this road was actually really in good shape for a bit there. Then it kind of turned into this. I imagine we're getting into the less and less used road. That's always the thing. That's the thing about adventure riding outside of Europe and North America. Everywhere you go on a dirt road, there's some dude in a flip-flops 2 up on a scooter. You never go anywhere that other people don't. ¿Tú bien?
¿Qué tal?
Bien.
Bien de bien. Muchas gracias.
¿Qué?
Muchas gracias.
Ay.
Bien de bien.
Sí. Well, we only have a couple more miles of this before I think we're going to tee into another highway, which is probably going to be paved. It's been a nice little treat, getting a little dirt in Uruguay. If you're going to see a country, I do believe that you need to get on some roads like this to really truly see it. On all the main roads, you don't really get a taste of sometimes what the topology is really like. If I had just stayed along the coast on the highway, I wouldn't know that it has these hills and this beautiful area. Look at this. I thought Uruguay was flat. Got some fun dirt roads. I think that this is the road that I saw Hannah C. Johansson Instagram. I had a pin drop quite a ways back actually, and it was still paved wherever that pin was because I dropped a pin when she told me the highway number. I'm pretty sure that it was more out here than it was over where my pin was, because it took quite a while before the highway turned to dirt. All right, well, that was it for the dirt. Back onto the pavement. Beautiful through here though, these rolling hills. I enjoy it.
I reached my destination for the night, Punta del Este. Punta del Este is a very popular beach and resort destination for many people from all around Latin America, but maybe a little bit more on it and that in the next one.